Welcome to this edition of the Dad Jokes Explained episode. My name is Graeme Klass, and I'm the producer of the Daily Dad Jokes podcast. Each week, we examine a set of dad jokes and explain them what makes them so funny. Our aim is to arm you with information on delivering your own dad jokes to your friends and family, so you can further spread the laughs and groans. Let's get to it.
My wife called my last night and said, if you're not home in 10 minutes, I'm giving the dinner I cooked for you to the dog. I was home in 5 minutes. Hate for anything to happen to my dog.
This joke is funny due to the unexpected twist in priorities. Initially, it seems like the husband rushes home out of appreciation for his wife's cooking. However, it's revealed that his real concern is protecting the dog from having to eat it, implying her cooking might not be very good. The humour lies in this subversion of expectations and playful jab at a stereotypical domestic scenario.
I asked my date to meet me at the gym. She never showed up. That's when I knew we weren't going to work out.
This joke is funny because it cleverly uses the double meaning of work out. Initially, work out refers to exercising at the gym. The punchline shifts its meaning to describe a relationship not succeeding. This wordplay creates an unexpected twist that delivers humour through its dual interpretation.
A man knocked on my door today, asking for donations for the local swimming pool. Gave him a glass of water.
This joke is funny because it hinges on a literal interpretation of donations for the local swimming pool. The expectation is that the man seeks monetary contributions, but instead he receives water. The humour arises from subverting expectations by taking a figurative request literally. This play on words creates an amusing and unexpected outcome.
A guy asked me, what's the fastest way to get to downtown from here? I asked him, are you walking or driving? Driving, he said. Yep, I said. That's the fastest way.
This joke plays on the expectation of receiving directions. Instead, the punchline humorously confirms that driving is indeed faster than walking without providing any actual guidance to downtown. The humour comes from this unexpected yet obvious conclusion, subverting what would typically be a straightforward answer with a playful twist. It highlights an amusingly literal interpretation of fastest way by simply affirming the superiority of driving over walking in terms of speed.
My wife asked me, is it just me or the cat is getting fat? Apparently, it's just you was not the right answer.
This joke is funny because it plays on the ambiguity of, is it just me, which can mean either asking for agreement or being literally about oneself. The husband humorously misinterprets his wife's question by taking the phrase literally, suggesting she alone is getting fat instead of commenting on their cat's weight. This unexpected response creates an amusing misunderstanding and highlights a classic communication mishap in relationships.
Somebody stole all my violas yesterday and they won't give them back. I'm going to have to resort to violins.
This joke uses a pun on the words resort to violins, which sounds like violence. Initially, it sets up a scenario about missing violas, leading you to expect a serious or musical resolution. The punchline humorously twists this expectation by implying an extreme reaction using wordplay. This clever linguistic switch from music to aggression creates an unexpected and amusing outcome.
What do you call a woman standing in the middle of a tennis court? A net.
The humour in this joke comes from the pun on the name Annette, which sounds like a net. In tennis, a net is central to gameplay, and by placing a net there, it creates a playful image. This wordplay cleverly connects a common female name with an essential part of tennis equipment. The unexpected link between person and object delivers the punchline's humour through his dual meaning.
I just found out Albert Einstein was a real person. All this time I thought he was a theoretical physicist.
The humour in this joke stems from the play on words between real and theoretical. While Albert Einstein was indeed a renowned physicist known for his theoretical contributions, the punchline amusingly suggests confusion about his existence by contrasting it with being a literal person. This clever twist creates an unexpected connection between abstract scientific work and physical presence. The joke plays on expectations by juxtaposing two interpretations of reality in science versus everyday life.
As a child, I was attacked by cameras. I still have flashbacks.
This joke relies on the pun between flashbacks and the flash of a camera. The term flashback usually refers to vividly reliving past events, often traumatic ones, while here it's humorously linked to camera flashes. By connecting an emotional experience with a physical action through wordplay, it creates an unexpected yet amusing twist. The humor arises from this clever double entendre that blends psychological and photographic concepts into one punchline.
My landlord wanted to talk to me about what he calls excessive heating bills for my apartment. I told him sure. My door is always open.
This joke hinges on the double meaning of "my door is always open." On one hand, it suggests a willingness to discuss issues anytime. On the other, leaving a door literally open could lead to higher heating bills due to heat escaping. The humor comes from this clever wordplay that connects an idiomatic expression with its literal consequence in context.
What do you call a Frenchman getting attacked by a cat? Claude.
This joke plays on the homophonic nature of Claude, a common French name, and Claude, meaning scratched by a cat. The humor arises from this clever wordplay that transforms an ordinary name into an action related to the scenario. It creates an amusing image by linking language with physical interaction in a punny way. The unexpected connection between person and verb delivers the punchline's humor through its dual interpretation.
A sweater I just bought was picking up a lot of static electricity. I decided to return it, and the guy gave me a new one free of charge.
This joke hinges on the double meaning of free of charge. Initially, it refers to getting a replacement sweater without paying. The punchline cleverly twists this by also implying the new sweater lacks static electricity, which involves electrical charges. This wordplay creates humor through its dual interpretation involving both retail and physics concepts.
Did you know that cows kill more people than sharks? I'm surprised that cows kill any sharks at all.
This joke uses a play on words involving the phrase, "cows kill more people than sharks." It sets up an expectation about comparing dangers to humans, then humorously twists it by suggesting cows somehow attack sharks. The absurdity of this scenario creates an amusing mental image and subverts logical expectations. The punchline relies on the unexpected connection between two unrelated animals, delivering its humor through imaginative wordplay.
I forgot what to do after throwing a boomerang, but then it came back to me.
This joke cleverly uses the dual meaning of "came back to me." Initially, it refers to the boomerang physically returning after being thrown. The punchline humorously twists this by implying a forgotten memory has also returned. This wordplay creates an amusing connection between literal and figurative interpretations of coming back.
There was a hole found in the nudist camp wall. The police are looking into it.
This joke relies on the double meaning of looking into it. While it suggests that police are investigating the hole, it also humorously implies they are literally peering through a hole in a nudist camp wall. The wordplay creates an amusing image by connecting investigation with voyeurism. This unexpected twist generates humor through its clever interpretation of language and situation.
What do you call a tree that you can lift with your hands? A palm tree.
This joke plays on the double meaning of palm. A palm tree is a type of tropical plant, while palm also refers to the inside part of your hand. The humor arises from imagining lifting an entire tree with just your hands by using this clever wordplay. This unexpected connection between botany and anatomy creates a playful twist that delivers its punchline through dual interpretation.
Today I saw a dwarf climbing down a prison wall. I thought that's a little condescending.
This joke plays on the dual meaning of condescending. It typically means to talk down to someone, but here it's humorously linked to a dwarf, literally climbing down, or descending. The pun creates an unexpected connection between a physical action and social behavior. This clever twist delivers humor by blending language nuances with visual imagery.
My wife's mad at me because she said I never buy her flowers. I honestly didn't even know she sold flowers.
This joke hinges on the double meaning of buy her flowers. The wife means purchasing flowers as a gift, but the husband humorously misinterprets it as buying from her flower shop. This misunderstanding creates an amusing twist by taking a figurative request literally. The humor arises from this playful linguistic confusion and its unexpected interpretation.
Last night someone broke into our house, stole a dozen eggs, and left behind a saucepan full of warm water. Police believe it was poachers.
This joke plays on the double meaning of poachers. While it typically refers to illegal hunters, here it's humorously linked to someone poaching eggs. The punchline twists expectations by suggesting an egg-related crime instead of wildlife theft. This wordplay creates a clever connection between culinary and criminal activities for comedic effect.
Why is there no Afghanistan's Got Talent competition? Because of the Taliban.
This joke plays on the homophonic similarity between Taliban and Taliban. The setup suggests a talent show, but the punchline humorously implies that television is banned. This clever wordplay creates an amusing twist by linking a political group to an imaginary prohibition of TV. The humor arises from blending cultural references with linguistic creativity for comedic effect.
What is Mike Tyson's favorite food? Corn. He can eat a whole ear.
This joke plays on Mike Tyson's well-known lisp, where ear sounds like year. The humor arises from the infamous incident where he bit Evander Holyfield's ear during a boxing match. By connecting this event with eating corn, which comes in ears, it creates an unexpected and amusing twist. The punchline cleverly ties together Tyson's speech pattern and a notorious moment in his career for comedic effect.
Why did the Cyclops have to shut down his school? He only had one pupil.
The humor in this joke comes from the double meaning of pupil. In one sense, it refers to a student attending school. The punchline cleverly combines this with the anatomical term for the eye's central part, which Cyclops famously has only one of. This wordplay creates an amusing twist by linking education and anatomy through dual interpretation.
I used to wonder why the baseball kept getting bigger and bigger. Then it hit me.
This joke cleverly uses the phrase, "it hit me," to deliver humor through a literal and figurative twist. Initially, it describes a baseball appearing larger as it approaches, creating tension in the narrative. The punchline playfully resolves this by revealing that the ball physically struck the speaker, while simultaneously implying an epiphany or realization. This dual interpretation of being hit generates amusement by blending physical comedy with mental clarity in one concise quip.
The only vampire who matters to me lives on Sesame Street. The rest don't count.
This joke is funny because it plays on the dual meaning of Count. The Count from Sesame Street, a vampire character known for his love of counting numbers, contrasts with other vampires who are traditionally feared. By saying the rest don't count, it humorously implies they lack importance while also suggesting they're not involved in numerical activities like the count. This clever wordplay creates an unexpected twist by blending children's television with classic horror tropes.
I would tell a joke about unemployment, but it wouldn't work.
This joke cleverly plays on the double meaning of work. Initially, it suggests telling a joke about unemployment would be ineffective or fall flat. The humor arises from the pun that links this with unemployment itself, where work also refers to having a job. This wordplay creates an amusing twist by connecting employment status with comedic success through dual interpretation.
What do you get when you cross a sheep with a kangaroo? A woolly jumper.
This joke is funny because it plays on the dual meaning of jumper. In British English, a jumper refers to a sweater made from wool, while in this context it also humorously describes an animal that can jump. By combining a sheep's wool with a kangaroo's jumping ability, the punchline cleverly ties together these traits through linguistic wordplay. The unexpected connection between clothing and animal behavior delivers its humor by blending two distinct concepts into one amusing image. And that wraps up another episode of Daily Dad Jokes Explained. May these jokes inspire your own groan-worthy moments. This episode is produced by Klassic Studios. See the show notes page for sources and credits. Check out our other podcasts in our network at classicstudios.com.